Hello and welcome to Weigh-In Day! I did weigh in today. I will get to that in a minute. Today's been good. Last night I was able to get 45 minutes of working out done. I found a different dance workout video that was pretty cool. I'll put the link down below. It's called, I think it's called Dance for Dummies or Working Out for Dummies, something for dummies. Anyways, it went through step by step and it was really nice, and it's a two-parter, and I did the first part last night. I'll probably do the second part tonight, and it was really good, so I'll put the link to that below. And I did some Wii aerobics and some Wii yoga, so it was a good night. I went to bed on a good note. I weighed in this morning and I feel kind of blah about it, you know? I didn't quite get to where I wanted to be, but I need to stop complaining because I got to 281.8. I've been trying so hard to get to 281, and that 0.8, I feel like it's just kind of looming over me like 0.8, 0.8, 0.8. Had I lost that 0.8 more, it would have been fine. But I lost 1.6 pounds this week, and that is not bad. That is 0.4 away from losing 2 pounds a week, and so I can't kick myself for that. It was a good week. This morning once again I had cereal and yogurt for breakfast. The yogurt that I had was kind of different. I saw it at the store and I was like, ooh, that looks really good. We should try it. And my mom got both of us one, and I saved it for breakfast this morning. Yoplait Light Chocolate Mint. And I was like, I love getting a chocolate fix in, and so I was all for it. And so I saved it for this morning. And I was eating it and I was like, yeah, I can taste mintiness. I guess it kind of tastes chocolate. It was brown, but I guess brown does not mean chocolate. And so it was kind of interesting tasting. So I got to looking at the ingredients, and nowhere on here is there any kind of mint or any kind of chocolate at all. So it's chocolate mint flavored with no chocolate and no mint. I don't know if the Greek yogurt with the chocolate raspberry has actual chocolate in it. Don't know how long it was zoomed in like that, dang. But yeah, I don't know if the Greek yogurt has actual cocoa in it or not. I'll have to look that up, but it tastes a heck of a lot better than this one. And so I won't be trying this one again. I like that Yoplait Light has started making their yogurt without aspartame. I hadn't been eating it for a long time because of the aspartame content. But I had cereal for breakfast, and I'm getting ready to have some leftover Hawaiian Haystack for lunch and a glass of... I love chocolate milk, but I don't like store-bought chocolate milk. If it's store-bought, I have to do equal parts chocolate milk, equal parts white milk, because it's too chocolatey for me. And some people are just like, what do you mean it's too chocolatey? Like my husband, when he makes like his Nesquik, he'll put like 4 tablespoons of like chocolate powder in there. And me, I can do a glass with 1 tablespoon. So that's how I like it personally, and I'm excited because I'm gonna let myself have some chocolate milk and it's gonna be delicious. And I'm just a little disappointed that I didn't get to my 20 pounds down. I was really hoping I could do that, and so I'm at 19.2 pounds down, and I have to be happy with that because I didn't go up. I'm happy. I am happy with it. I have to keep telling myself that I'm happy with it because I am a little disappointed. But, you know, you're gonna run into disappointments, and you just keep on keeping on, right? Okay, so it's Monday. I weighed in on Friday. It's been an entire weekend and a day almost since I've vlogged anything. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I was pretty bummed out about my weight loss. I had to kind of kick myself out of that and be happy with what I lost. I've decided that I really want to start working on my core muscles. I told my husband last night that every other day I want to be doing some core workouts, because inevitably that's going to be what determines if I can deliver a baby naturally. So I'm going to start working on those every other day, whether it's doing the throwdowns that you saw in my video or doing planks or crunches. I had a rough morning, guys. So a lot of you know about the health issues that I had this year. I had a special video just for that, and so I've been going back and forth with the doctor that I saw in Ohio, trying to get appointments scheduled here. He told me that rather than flying back and forth to Ohio, he wanted me to just find a surgeon here in Spokane and do follow-up appointments with him. I decided I would just, go back to the doctor that I saw originally. I never had anything against the doctor, I just didn't like the options that they had presented to me in the beginning. And so I figured I'd just go back to him. And so it took forever and a lot of back and forth and rescheduling and canceling and rescheduling of appointments for me to even get in to see this doctor. And so I was really excited this morning that I finally got to go in and see a doctor and just get my follow-up appointments set up. I go in, and as soon as he walks in, I just felt this vibe. It was an angsty, ticked off vibe. And, he's just like, "So, what can I do for you?" And I told him, I had a surgery. The doctor wanted me to meet with a surgeon, so that's what I'm doing for follow-up appointments. And his response to that was, you guys went off on your own and went to a different doctor, and I gave you my professional opinion and you didn't take it, and I have no responsibility over you. I have responsibility to follow up for the people that I do surgeries on, but I didn't recommend your surgery, I didn't take part in your surgery, I don't have any responsibilities to you. And he basically refused to work with me and made me feel really stupid. He kind of belittled me and made me feel like I made a really bad decision going to this other doctor. He's like, "You chose to go to another doctor," and I was like, "Yeah, I did, because he's an expert in this area." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm sure he is." I was fighting back tears like the whole time, because he flat out told me, "Your tumor's probably gonna come back since you had this surgery." What I didn't say was, well, the doctor I went to said that what you wanted to do wouldn't have worked anyways, so this was clearly a better option. I didn't say that because I'm a decent person. And, I felt like he was just patronizing me the entire appointment. And he just said, "You should follow up with the doctor in Ohio, and the reason I'm finding a surgeon here is so I don't have to fly back and forth." And he's like, "Well, Dr. Pollock needs to be responsible to do follow-up appointments." And it's not that Dr. Pollock doesn't want to do my follow-up appointments. It's that he knows it would be a great burden on me to have to fly to Ohio for follow-up appointments. And so he suggested that I find a doctor here. And unfortunately, the doctor that I saw here was just, and I generally don't cast this harsh of judgment on people, but he was just a jerk. He didn't care about me. He was surprised that when they did the surgery, they didn't take anything other than the tumor. He's like, "They didn't resect any of your bowel. They didn't take your uterus. They didn't take anything else out. Your tumor's probably going to come back." And I mean, he had no concern for the fact that Dan and I still want to have kids. I mean, he just basically was just like, "Oh, well, it's a tumor. I know tumors. And I'm just ticked off that you didn't take my advice and that you went to someone else." I've never had a healthcare professional treat me that poorly. It was awful. It was just awful. Having him tell me that he has no responsibility for me. Yeah, he didn't perform my surgery, but honestly, doctors that you go to, they work for you. You're paying them. It's not like they said, "Come to me, I can help you." You're paying them. And that was one thing I loved about Dr. Pollock, was that when I went to him, the first thing he said when he walked in the door, "Now let's get this straight. I work for you. Whatever you want to have happen will happen, and whatever you are uncomfortable with, we won't do it, or we'll talk about it, and we'll discuss everything before anything happens." And I don't feel like the doctor that I saw here, I'm not going to say his name, I really don't want to drag his name through the mud, but the doctor here didn't seem to be concerned about me. He just seemed to be upset that I didn't take his advice and that I didn't stick with them. And so saying that he had no responsibility to me was very, very hurtful and unethical in my opinion, because I was paying him. So, but we did call and complain, and they said that that absolutely should not have happened. The doctor should have called and consulted with Dr. Pollock so we could figure out the best road for me to go with this, and he should have been more polite to me, obviously. And I mean, it should not have gone the way it went at all. And so they said that they are definitely going to take care of it, and that a deaf ear is not going to be put to this. And we're even going to try to figure out if there's a way that we can not pay for that doctor's visit, because the way I see it is, if he doesn't feel like he has any responsibility to me, then I don't feel like I should have any responsibility to him to pay for that visit. That was how my day started. My appointment was at 9:15 this morning, and that was just a rotten way to start my day. One good thing that came from that was that when they weighed me, I asked them if they could tell me what my weight was the last time that I was in there. I hadn't been tracking my weight at that point. The last time I went in there was in May, according to their scale. Now, disclaimer, every scale is different. I can weigh in on my scale in my bathroom and my scale on the Wii Fit at the same time, and they would tell me two different weights. So whatever scale you're using, just stick with that. Stick with one scale, and don't try not to weigh yourself on multiple different scales, because every scale is going to be different. They told me that in May I weighed 318 pounds, which I didn't realize that I had gotten up that high. When they weighed me today, on their scale it said 284. So according to their scale, I've lost 34 pounds, and that was pretty exciting to me. That was the one upside of all of that today. So that was exciting and made me feel good. I did emotionally eat today, though. It was to the point where I was so upset that I felt like my insides were shaking, and I just couldn't calm down. After my appointment, we went over to my mom so I could talk to her, and she took us out for lunch, and we just went to Costco, but I had a hot dog, I had a chocolate frozen yogurt, and half a churro. So, I mean, I still have like over 1,000 calories left for the day, but I probably shouldn't have eaten that much. That was probably not the best idea and not the best control, and I'm not trying to justify it, but I did have a very, very, very rough morning, and everything to do with this tumor has just been very scary, and I feel like the doctor was very insensitive to my situation. My husband and I have to go to the store and get some groceries, hopefully have a very healthy dinner, and I'm going to work out. The core exercises that I'm going to be doing are going to be in addition to my regular daily workout. So I'll do like my regular daily workout and some core exercises. I'm hoping I can get into a daily routine of doing core exercises and a daily workout. Some like cardio or calisthenics or something like that, you know. So yeah, that's where I am today. Sorry if that was kind of a downer, but I really needed to vent, and I really do want you guys to know exactly what's going on in my life so you can kind of understand me a bit more, and when I'm doing really good and when I'm doing poorly, and why. So that's kind of why I wanted to jump on here and kind of vent a bit. So I hope that was okay. Hey guys, I just finished working out. I did 20 minutes on the Wii Fit, and then I did some ab workouts. I did some throwdowns. I was able to do 3 sets of 10, so that was pretty good. I'm pretty sure that's better than how I did the last time I did throwdowns for you guys. So yeah, that was exciting. I was kind of surprised because I did my throwdowns after my workout, and I kind of figured I would be too tired to do as many as I did. So I was pretty excited about that. I think that was good. For dinner tonight, I made these low-carb crepes. They're just called ricotta crepes. It's basically ricotta cheese and eggs, and that is really it. You add some sugar and salt, and that's it. And so they're really low carb, and they're not that high in calories. It's like 102 or so calories per serving, I think, is what the recipe said, but they were really good. I really enjoyed the taste and the texture was good, but I could not flip those things to save myself. They were so thin, they're thin and brittle. Like regular crepes I can flip without a problem, but these ones had like the texture was very eggy texture, and so trying to get under it and flip it, it broke most of the time. I stayed within my calories today. My abs, I can tell they're definitely going to be feeling it tomorrow. That's why I'm going to do abs every other day, give them a day of reprieve, and then do it again. So yeah, I feel like today got a lot better after this morning. I'm happy with how today turned out. Anyways, right now I think I'm just going to head to bed. I'm going to go brush my teeth. I need to remember to floss. But I need to get some sleep and then start another day tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow will be another good day and I will just be able to start it strong and finish strong and just be able to keep pushing through this, guys. I'm really happy with my weight loss. You know, slow and steady wins the race, right? I'm happy with my weight loss because I know the kind of weight loss that I'm doing is the kind that I'll be able to maintain and keep off. You know, with crash diets and stuff, you lose weight super fast, and then the moment you stop the diet, you start gaining the weight back. And I'm just really glad that that's not the kind of weight loss I'm doing. I'm glad that I'm taking steps to change my life and not just lose weight, but to change my life. So I think this has been a really good experience for me, and I'm super excited about it, and I'm really happy with my weight loss, and I hope you guys are doing just as well. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.